horns and yelling. That's the first line of defense. It's like 95%, maybe 98%. These people are in too much of a hurry. My new thing is trying to ignore horns and yelling. It's always been a challenge for me. Yeah, well, it doesn't make a lot of sense, does it, dude? There were a couple times I didn't have the camera on this summer. I was using the cameras for work, so I didn't have them on the harness and shit. And I missed a couple really good road rage things. Legendary. It's really a bummer. At least though I can feel comfortable I wasn't showing off for the camera. Look at all those fucking apples, god damn it. I knew no one was gonna get that tree. I threw the second camera on the seat rails today. I hope it's on, I don't know. I'm probably not going to do picture-in-picture unless there's an incident or something. Could do that in FFmpeg. I really wish I was better at coding so I could really use that program to its fullest. I'm just getting back in to writing again. This summer fizzled out for me, and it's been a couple weeks getting ready for a trip. And then we got back, it rained for 3 weeks basically. So I've run the mountain bike a couple times, but this is much more of a workout than riding the mountain bike on the street, even though this is much more efficient. Most of these people are being cool. That's the thing. I want few cars. I don't all be cool. I'm just to the point now where I can't go to the city anymore. Get kids yelling at me for being a faggot for wearing no-show socks. I guess some douche telling me to use the sidewalk. And like, I really try and mind my own fucking business, and then so when somebody else snaps me out of it, I get really pissed. Wish people just mind their own fucking business like I try and do. I'm not shifting before, it's probably gonna be a fucking disaster. There's a car coming. Kinda nailed that. Stay there. This hill's the reason why I didn't want to try a single speed today. Either be given up or thrown up. I tried Strava to calculate my power on this thing, and it's pretty sus. Really jumpy because the trees. Love to buy pedals. I don't want to buy cranks really. Well, if I had a modern bottom bracket, I wouldn't mind it so much. Once I get these old ones on, I want to leave them on. Howdy. I'd love to get back into running. If I ever get my shit together. I really gotta stay all stretched out if I run or I hurt my feet. And also helps when I'm on the lighter side of things with that. I never run on pavement. And the single speed, my face would be hurting right now. That's how hard this hill is. You know, this bike ain't easy. It's only 12 gears. It's a hell of a lot easier. Much muggier today than I thought it would be. It was almost raining when I left the house. Very strange. It's supposed to be nice today. Perfect yesterday. I don't know what the gears are doing. There it goes. I'm hearing something, but I think it's good. I'm not used to riding with the full finger gloves on this thing anymore. First time I was out here, I thought that was a wedding. Maybe there's a housing development going in or something. I don't know. Okay, something's wrong. I need to shift again anyway. Ooh, that was a perfect shift. Fuck me. Yeah, the upshift, I pinch the thumb. That's how I feel when it's enough to the fastest gear. I don't use the smallest one in the back on any of my bikes. I've been keeping this one in a small ring in the front all the time, so I definitely don't want to use it now. So I pinch my thumb in here, it's just right. Oh, the gloves is different. School's in session. Hopefully I won't be getting called a faggot at all then. It's noon. I like to be home by 2 like usual. This is my jam, to be honest. The summer stresses me out. Hello. It's the lowest part of town we got. That's it. Oh, you're going the wrong way. See you later. I went that way once and never do it again as long as I live. This is the way, man. Just hope your wheels are on. Absolutely free. I think my seat rails are bending more. It sucks. I can't think of a way to bend them back. And of course, once the deformation starts, I should probably see if, I don't know if they're titanium hollow rails. I like solid chromoly rails. I don't like carbon because, you know, it'll just be perfect forever and then I'll just have a tube up my ass if I'm already bending steel rails. What's hidden? Oh, it's the tip on the bag. I'll have to look. I think it's bending more though. It's a bummer. I must have hit something on that downhill, slapped my ass on the seat or something. This particular bike could use, I don't know, I like the white Roman seat, but this is the bike I have the most issues with, comfort-wise. No Cole, he's just moving shit. A-okay in my book. think about this seat. Just never fucking ends. You can just never get a dialed bike, man. I don't really have anything to complain about though. I think I even have a seat I got for the rain bike, because that seat's falling apart, but it's still comfortable is the weird thing. So maybe I'll put that on here. It's black though. This bike had a bunch of black shit on it. I got it looked like shit. The red and white looks pretty snappy vintage if you ask me. Cruising. I don't know what the big ring's for. It ain't for me. I'd like more range in the back and go a little tiny bit taller in the front ring. Get rid of the big one. This was the first bike I put this saddle on. I've had it on here for fucking ever. I must have got it in 2010 or 2011. The stem was the thing that was harder to figure out than the seat. Just got a taller post. Roman saddle. $255, or was it, why is that a number? I remember. Might be a saddle width, I don't know. That's probably good. Still humid, but things are, well, it's still sketchy to be honest. To the south. It's kind of weird. Or is that the north? I'm headed north now. So it's sketchy to the east then. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it makes sense, I think. This turn goes north again. The sun's to my left because it's October at noon. My eyes bugging me a little bit. Anyone that's not from here watching, our sense of direction isn't really based on north-south. It's about getting around bodies of water. So everywhere here, it's just this maze of water. And so it's more about where you're trying to go and what you gotta go around. Hello. I'm trying to just stay on this peninsula and stay this side of the freeway. There's less traffic. Foot tall skeleton monster thing in that guy's yard. Glowing fire in its ribs. They're kind of like a Stranger Things deal too. Kind of like a cross between Vecna and Groot and a skeleton. I'm giving up on 4K videos because nobody fucking watches them anyway. And I dropped this down at 2.7K, but I'm planning to just try and share the 1080s from GoPro. In my last video from the Wainuchi trip, I was rambling about how GoPro could make fucking billions of dollars if they could just get their site to work right, so you could just share 4K videos without having to do anything and edit them in the fucking browser like you can on YouTube. Except you're not publishing them from GoPro, and so you wouldn't have to worry about the processing time YouTube has after you edit them. And when you're done, it could just encode it and compress it and send it over to YouTube in 4K in the fucking cloud. You know, it's on the hard drive next door or whatever. And charge us $20 a month instead of $5 a month. They'd just be fucking making tons of money. It wouldn't cost them any extra. The cloud requirements would scale with the increase in users, you know. Obviously the cloud requirements are around $5, so they wouldn't be doing it at all. That would of course go up a little bit. It's funny how steep this hill is, it seems insignificant, but here I am in the lowest gear. Whew. So hopefully, last time I tried to do a 1080 video to YouTube, it failed. That one I could probably just download the 1080 really easily. It's much easier to download 1080s too, it doesn't have to prepare prepare them. And if I do want to do FFmpeg, it's a lot easier on the hard drive space. I downloaded them, process them, and then I upload them again and delete them. So that's a lot easier. I'd probably use the 2.7 front and 1080p rear to do that. Just so I'm not editing compressed shit. Well, you know, uber compressed. So you might see some 2.7Ks on YouTube. That's only if the fucking GoPro method didn't work, sons of bitches. So if you see that, I was swearing. You're feeling every little hill today. Well, I wanted to keep going straight. I forgot. That sucks. Maybe we'll just skip the woods. Take a left here and go back that way. I can stop over there. It's pretty slow. Just check the cameras. I don't know if I'll snack or not. Huh. I should probably have a snack there and then just go home. Right now my brain is like, go farther, do something else. That's a trap. That's a getting back into it trap. Next thing you know, you can't walk the next day. Especially if your seat rails are bending already. It looks like the rails haven't bent more. I might take a picture of it just so I have a reference. Pretty comfortable right now. The snow's up a bit, but that really helps on this bike. Keep the weight off my hands. The Gold bike, first of all, is nothing you could do, and second of all, the bars are slammed. And I still have a riser stem, but the bike's 3 inches shorter or something. But I don't have comfort issues on that bike except for my hands, really. We're creeping. Creeping. Yeah, left crank doesn't feel good, but I can't see it wobbling. I can't make it wobble. It's just in my left foot, it feels like it's wobbling. I always hated that shit. The Gold bike, I have tons of crank problems, but I think I got them stabilized for now. I don't know if I have a problem with this one or not. Could be the bottom bracket too. Clearing up now for sure. Still some gnarly shit sort of behind me to my right. I ain't afraid of the rain, I just don't want the road to be soaked by having fenders. So as long as I ain't getting spray, I'm good. Need to work on the fender bike actually. Back brake's been fucked up the whole time I've ever owned it. Tried to fix it a couple years ago. Whew. I think I need to buy a new brake on eBay. I feel like if I took the reflector stuff off, I might have taken off a bracket I didn't realize was important or something. The bolt through the hole doesn't seem to be enough to keep it from cantilevering around a bit when you apply the brakes in the back. This is a sketch. There we go. I like to stop at the top of the next hill. Should eat. I go to Cliff Bar now and have a Quest bar when I get home and I'm stretching. I think that's it. Couple holes here. See, this looks a little wet, but I'm not getting spray. Really. Shit, there's a hole. There's one more here at the bottom, I think. I'll try and look at that back camera. Front one should be no problem. Good to go. A little bit of spray on it. Oh, okay, where's the thing? Where's the food? Come on, baby. There's a little trail system up here. I just don't feel comfortable checking it out. It's on private property. I wish I have asked the last people I saw. There's a lot of elevation, so if it goes down towards the water, it might be pretty cool. Like challenging. Probably push meanders to the next neighborhood though. I should look around on the trails websites. Definitely not calling this old growth, but these two trees here are at least second growth. They could have been stragglers when the old growth was logged. You know, they were skinny or something. whole damn peninsula was logged, even the riparian zones and stuff, because they just dragged the shit down onto the water. Steam donkeys and steamboats. It's not like in the mountains where they had that railroad. I love this naked bike. The fender bike fits like a glove though. It doesn't look like it does, but man. Also, I didn't realize how narrow the handlebar or the bars were on the winter bike. I thought that the single speed had the narrowest bars, but which explains that I rode between two articulated buses once in Sacramento on that bike, and that explains why I was able to do that and not get fucking killed. There's a dog. Hi, doggo. You stay there, buddy. Last thing I want's a fucking Bernese mountain dog after me. You know, he walked about 20 feet. And I remembered he hates walking, I guess. We had a Bernese Golden mix once. It's probably one of the best dogs we ever had. Except he got beat senseless by some Chinese guy before we got him, so he was afraid of his own shadow. He sure had a bark, and you couldn't tell he was a pussy. It was hilarious. And their fluff makes, you know, the Bernese fluff with the golden coat makes him just look like he's twice as big as he is, too. It was pretty hilarious. I'm wearing the shorts. I've got the dog spray on my pocket. More just for being at home with the chickens, really. But it feels like there's just random shit showing up to fuck with the chickens in the spring. I feel like it's only happened ever in the spring. But I just tried to make a habit of it. In the winter, I keep it in the front pocket of all my jackets. I'm adventurous in the winter. I'm not wearing a jacket just because the sun's out and I want to feel it. I can just stick it in my shirt pocket. I don't really have a good way to carry my jeans. Shirt pocket's actually really good though, because you remember it's there and it doesn't bug me at all. And I haven't had it fall out yet. Also, that way my phone isn't going to fall out in the goose water. If I have my phone in that pocket when I'm listening to shit sometimes, if I put the dog spray there, I'll be taking the phone out. I didn't drink any water. This is the stretch where the single speed gear is better than any gear on this bike. I do not know why. I don't know if it's psychological. Or if it's because it's lower than I want to go to manually. I don't know what it is. This whole stretch is just paradise in the single speed. Oh man. Oh, I have allergies in October. Could be a blood booger up there tickling things. Been really out of shape. Until I'm out of shape, my start of a nosebleed, so my blood pressure's higher than normal. It's a nice built-in indicator. Appreciate them just sitting there for a minute. Because whatever they're doing next is probably sketch. Yeah, we all need to try and be predictable for each other and think about what's in the other person's mind. Try and put them at ease. The days where that works and people do that, we all get to work faster. I mean, we've all seen it. Where you let somebody in and you get let in. And then Fridays, it's douche central. Everyone's in a fucking hurry. No one gets anywhere fast at all. And it's like a contest to see who can get. There's always going to be an accident. Like I-5 and Fife. There's going to be one major accident in either direction every Friday of the year. And it's like we're in a competition to see, like, oh, I want to be in it, I want to be in it. Fucking idiots. This is a little tricky on the single speed because I can't quite get enough steam. I don't know how this, I can't remember how this works on this bike. The climb is more straightforward though. I take this right here. Yeah, see, I can get going faster even in a smaller ring than on the single speed. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's good. So you get more for nothing on the spike. And this is a little bit lower than the single speed gear. The single speed feels like more of a Corvette though, to be honest. This is like the high power sedan without enough gears or something, I don't know. And the other one's an old Corvette that I can only get to 110. Because that's a 3-speed or whatever. Actually, that might not be a bad idea, a 3-speed internal hub in the back. Maybe you can just put the shifter on the seat tube. Huh, that might not be bad on the bracket with the brakes. Huh. Because then you know, you're really shifting a few times a ride. Like for me, especially on the way home, it'd be nice to have a climbing gear. I basically can only ride up to my house on the single speed when I'm just having one of those days where you feel like your cock's huge. If I'm not in that kind of a mood, I can try and zigzag and get it if there's no cars coming or whatever. I can take up the whole road zigging back and forth, but be able to reach back on the seat tube and flip that fucker into a climbing gear would be just tits. Okay, here's a good friction shift for you guys, huh? Just so you know, I don't have some cheater index system or something. The gas there's $2 cheaper than the fucking Bear Creek store by in Belfair or whatever the fuck. I filled up the SPG there the other day and it was like $7.80 a gallon, or I don't know, but they had ethanol free premium, and it's not like the SPG. I think it would probably, that's tough to say. The trim on those things is so limited. So if over the years it's been plenty happy with E85, wait, E15, whatever the fuck we have, then then if you put non-ethanol in it and it was squirting the same mixture, I thought, I think you get less cooling and more horsepower, because gas has more specific energy than ethanol, and just stoichiometrically it takes more ethanol for air. So you'd be rich on gas, but you get less of that cooling effect from ethanol. So it's really tough to say if you get, that car is all jankily tuned and it overboosts and shit. And so you want to usually take advantage of the turbo lag in second gear to get it to overboost and settle back down before you hit third gear. And I don't know how that situation would theoretically be modified with the different fuel. My gut tells me it would be faster and better. Might heat soak everything faster though. But by then you're out of the overboost and you're back down at 11 psi or whatever. People fuck with the PID on the SPGs and they think the P means more power. It really means more overshoot and then more undershoot. And so a lot of times a lot of overshoot's good for us tearing your gearbox apart. You ain't gonna win any races. Because by the time you're finishing the quarter mile, you're stabilized at whatever the stock pressure setting is. Because that didn't change in the board. I think for SPGs it's higher. I still don't think it's 12. I think it's below 12. And the arrows were 14.7. 9,000 euros. Thinking about that because I gotta fill the damn car up tomorrow. Trying to go hiking tomorrow and Sunday. Now right into this shit. Somebody was vaping. Smells good. Riding into this shit we were riding away from the whole time. Huh, a little faster here than normal. Just from having put it into too high of a gear. It's fun. I try not to push here because I like to have a little bit left for the... I have 5 hills left from here. This isn't one of them. There's 2 in a row, then my big one at the house. Cute little house up there. Oh, I just looked at their barn and never noticed how small and cute the house was. I love this area. I just can't live this close to the road. Even the other side of the valley is too close to the road. And upside that hill there is those developments we went around earlier. I went up that first big hill. There's hidden farms out here though. I'd love to buy one. My wife wants goats. I don't want goats where we live now. But if we had a big place, it'd be cool to have goats to keep the blackberries from taking over. You have to shear goats. I don't want sheep because you have to just deal with them. Well, if you had a few goats, I don't think it'd be a big deal. Probably have to have an electric fence though. Got some old drop of fucking flaky skin on my glasses or something that's driving me absolutely fucking crazy. I used to worry about dandruff, and now my eczema is so much worse than it's like the dandruff is like less than 1% of what I see on my clothes. The rest is eczema. Start a small business, they said. Work for yourself, they said. Yeah. Stressed out of my fucking mind. I have a lot of good days though. Yesterday was a good day even though I was peopling a bit, so that's what stresses me out the most is when I have meetings and shit. It's just it's so necessary though, unfortunately. I mean, I really, in COVID, I try not to do any meetings, and it's like business suicide. All right, what gear? Let's go one more. Oh Jesus, we're already in it. Hey, look, there's motorcycles, probably. So excited for a second. Back camera's probably dead by now. Front one's got a battery pack. Maybe the camera's just good luck, like bringing an umbrella. Hopefully I find that to be true. People could see him or think they see him a little bit, not even know it. Like a fake security camera. That's actually funny. Just get a dummy GoPro for the back. Not have to worry about the battery. I suppose on the rain bike I could mount it to the rack and put the battery there. Kind of saved from the spray that way too. Being behind the fender. I don't think there's anything you can do to keep it from getting spray on it though. This is hill number 2 up here and you really can't fuck it up. It's not much gain and you see it, it looks kind of sudden, and so you're usually kind of ready for it, and then it's over. Don't really matter what gear you're in either. Here we're flat for just a minute, then we go down slightly. Just gonna leave it in this gear. Yeah, feel good. Well, I didn't go farther though. Maybe next time I'll tell my road rage stories. I just didn't want to get my heart rate up today. Well, I mean, I didn't want to have a heart attack for road rage reasons. I wanted to have nice cardio heart rate increase. I always thought I could do cardio sitting still by watching Russian road rage videos. I don't understand what motivates the ego of a Russian man. Putting a dash cam in some piece of shit car that would cost $100 here, and then fighting every day in the street. I just don't understand that. Maybe they resent their position in life because everybody's so impoverished there or something, and they feel they deserve better and they're mad about it. and they can't get mad at the state or they end up in prison. So just go after each other, trying to do any permanent damage, and then go home and fuck their wives. I don't get it. Something. That's what they do instead of the gym. Maybe the red lights are too long, that's how they pass the time. Just have a quick fight. Of course, we never see what happens after. Probably paying for the megabyte for their internet access. Or at the library on a 56K modem or something still. Who knows? Now this bike, I can get this hill usually, the last hill here before my big climb to the house. I'm hearing things. There's a car behind me though, going the other way. Okay. The hill of the house is difficult, but I don't have like a problem walking it. But this hill is an enemy of mine. If it wasn't for being on the 10 speed, I wouldn't even try it today. The best bet is probably to stand up. This bike is so crazy to stand up on because it's just so long. So I keep my knees off the shifter. That's all. All right, I'll catch you guys next time.